In the 2022-23 season, Napoli was by far the best team in Italy, winning the league by a stunning 16 points and sweeping aside all their competition. This season, however, they've had a monumental collapse, lurking around in mid-table with their playstyle that saw Pep Guardiola name them as the strongest team in Europe being a thing of the past. Champions collapsing like this has rarely been seen before, and in this video, we'll be looking at what caused the downfall of Napoli. At the heart of their first Serie A title win in 33 years was manager Luciano Spalletti. The Italian took helm of the club in 2021 and in his first season led them to a third place finish, bringing Champions League football to Naples after 2 seasons without it. In his second season, we all know what happened. The fluid football he had Napoli playing propelled them to the title in dominant fashion, scoring the most goals in the league whilst conceding the least. Napoli looked poised to continue their dominance in the upcoming season, but then out of the blue, Spalletti announced he'd be stepping away from his managerial role at the end of the season. He was taking a 1-year sabbatical from football, stating he no longer had the energy to be up to the standard of what people love so much, although just a few months later he took charge of the Italian national team. With Spalletti being pivotal to the club's success, replacing him would be hard, and the answer to maintaining their reign at the top was certainly not appointing Rudy Garcia. The decision to bring Garcia on board was controversial from the start. He hadn't won a trophy since 2011 and didn't do that good of a job at Marseille or Olympique Lyon, and was even fired by Al Nassr for failing to sustain a title charge despite having Ronaldo up front. Although he employed a 4-3-3 formation similar to Spalletti, Garcia wasn't able to emulate the tactics of his predecessor, seeing Napoli's fluidity disappear. Very quickly, the fans and even the players grew tired of Garcia and wanted him gone, and so after a lackluster 16 games, Napoli's owner had seen enough and sacked the Frenchman. He later admitted that he regretted keeping him in the job after his unveiling, saying one can't come to Napoli and say, I don't know the team, I've never watched one of their games. With Garcia's departure, Napoli turned to a familiar face in Walter Mazzarri, who previously managed the club between 2009 and 2013. However, he wasn't able to turn things around, joining the club when they were 10 points behind Inter Milan, and leaving just a few months later with a 27-point gap between the two sides. They've since appointed Francesco Calzona, but it remains to be seen if he's able to somewhat salvage this nightmare of a season for Napoli. Aside from the managerial situation at the club, there are other factors behind Napoli's sudden demise. Another key issue was the loss of their long-term sporting director Cristiano Giuntoli, who left the club for Juventus in the summer. Giuntoli's eye of talent was crucial to the creation of their title-winning squad, signing the likes of Kvaratskhelia and Kim Min-jae in 2022, ensuring Napoli was able to thrive despite losing other key players like Insigne, Dries Mertens and Kalidou Koulibaly that year. He did such a great job at the club that he was even named the best sporting director of 2023 at the Globe Soccer Awards, and since his departure, Napoli's transfer decisions haven't been as good. For example, Napoli lost one of the best defenders in the world in Kim Min-jae to Bayern Munich, with the German club splashing 50 million euros on the centre-back in the 2023 summer window. When it came to finding a replacement, Napoli landed on Natan, a 22-year-old who was playing for Red Bull Bragantino in the Brazilian Serie A. Whilst he may have potential, he was inexperienced in European football and has struggled to fill the boots of the South Korean, and he isn't the only new arrival to fail to hit the ground running. Yes, Lindstrom was Napoli's most expensive signing in the summer window, but he hasn't lived up to expectations. The Danish attacking midfielder has struggled to establish himself as a starter, predominantly coming off the bench, and failed to get a single goal or assist in his first 20 appearances. It isn't just the newcomers struggling either. Some of their key players last season haven't been able to replicate their heroics this season, notably Victor Osimhen and Kvaratskhelia. They had a combined 67 goal contributions across all competitions last season and were the most feared duo in the Serie A, but their form was taken a significant hit. Kvaratskhelia, for instance, only had 6 goals and 5 assists in his first 30 appearances across all competitions this season, a dip in his numbers from last year. Part of the reason he was so successful last year was his link up with fullback Mario Rui on the left hand side, but with the Portuguese veteran getting on an age and suffering a hamstring injury, Kvaratskhelia has found it harder to thrive. Osimhen hasn't been as badly affected, but there has been a decline, with the Nigerian striker having injury troubles this season and also being on and off in form, failing to touch the heights he hit in the previous season. As well as this, his feud with the club in September 2023 following a questionable self-post from Napoli on social media didn't help his situation, but both parties have seemingly amended their relationship. With a few months to go until the end of the season, there's a chance Napoli's fortunes will improve, but at this point it seems unlikely they'll secure Champions League football for next season, despite being one of the best teams in the world just last year.